Oh no, Ketsia, I can't see your ears anymore.
I know. I'm trying to turn it off, but I have no idea how to do it. Oh, here it says remove background. Here we go. There we go. Can
We're
you guys
not
get?
we're not letting Halloween go.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's too early to start celebrating the holidays, so we're still in Halloween mode.
The
Oh,
shrunken.
not the shrunken separate.
Uh, actually, that happened just off the coast of Newfoundland. They actually went out from here, like
Oh,
from
yeah.
from the city.
Oh, Tiffany put her Christmas tree up last night. Nice.
I love that someone said Ariana Grande because I do think we look alike.
Left shark. I'm actually an orca. I guess I do look like a shark, but more of an orca. And go through it. Trying to get the orca look.
That's so funny.
I am.
But yeah, so sorry. I'm supposed to do the intro and I'm reading the comments. But hi, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. We are doing social media updates and trending audios from October. So you'll get a full recap as well as the presentation to showcase to your employers or your clients if they're interested in knowing what the trends are. Just to give a little bit of background information about us. Hi, we're Hey Orca, and we are the social media scheduler that your team will actually love. So yeah, if you don't know about Hey Orca, we can actually share a link in the chat to our website, so you can check it out. Maybe try us out if you want to. Um, totally unbiased. We are pretty great. um, and then obviously we're going to all introduce ourselves. Alyssa, you can go first so everyone can know who you are.
Awesome. So my name is Alyssa, and I'm a community manager here at Hey Orca. So if you receive our newsletter, or you've been in our webinars before, or you've been in our Facebook group, maybe we have chatted, but I can pass it over to Joe.
Hey everyone, I'm Joe. I'm the Chief Executive Orca, as you can see here, of Hey Orca. I really enjoy when I'm not in the sea swimming. I do enjoy our community chats and really building the best product for you guys. So if you guys are looking for a collaborative social media scheduler that's easy to use and actually backed by a team that actually cares about your success, give us a try and let us know how it goes.
That was a pretty good intro. But yeah, hi, I'm Ketsia, and I'm the social media community manager here at Hey Orca. As you guys can see, we actually have links to our LinkedIn in the chat, and that's because I basically bully everyone to go on LinkedIn and post. So if you want to hear more from us and like get to know us better and get some extra tips and tricks on social media, or just like, Joe likes to talk about like teams and all that stuff, like feel free to follow us on LinkedIn as well. And yeah, I manage all of the socials here, and yeah, also webinars and creator stuff as well. So next slide. So a little bit of housekeeping. If you want to turn on closed captions, you can do that. On Chrome, you can actually obviously open your Chrome, go to your settings and click accessibility, and you should be able to turn on live captions. And if you're on a Mac, you have to go to your system settings and you should be able to turn on closed captions. We actually re-upload our webinars onto our YouTube channel, and there will be closed captions there as well if you want to rewatch or you're just leaving as well. So there you go. That's how you turn on your closed captions. And of course, I wouldn't be a good social media community manager if I did not tell you to follow us on every single social media platform. We're on LinkedIn, we're on X or Twitter, we're on Instagram, TikTok. You probably see me on TikTok a lot, and Facebook as well. We also have a community with over 5,000 members, guys. They're all social media managers as well. You can get tips and tricks and just get support from your community. It's called the Hey Orca community. Alyssa just put it in the chat. And we also have a really awesome newsletter that Alyssa manages, and we give daily social media updates. So you don't have to wait till this webinar to get all the updates. You can also get it daily into your inbox. We also share memes as well, trending memes, as well as CapCut templates if you need that as well. So it's pretty awesome. I think Alyssa is doing an amazing job. In terms of winning some merch, so we have, I believe, and please correct me, Alyssa, if I'm wrong, but we have 2 winners for this one, right? So all you have to do is for, I guess, winner number 1 to go to our stories and answer the questions. We have polls on there. Wait, actually, I forgot to put the poll on there. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I forgot to do it. It's in the draft, so it's gonna take me like 2 seconds. But you can go to our stories about right now and answer the questions that we have. There you go, it's posted. And the second winner is going to be someone who actually uses Hey Orca. And all you have to do is basically answer a question regarding Hey Orca. What can we answer? Okay, let us know what your favorite feature is from Hey Orca so far. From this year or even previously if you've joined before, but let us know what your favorite feature is, and we'll go in the chat and pick a winner. That's super easy. And if you want to check out the store as well to see what you can win, go ahead. Joe actually put in the link to our store, which is really exciting. So there you go. Here's the first question. Do you use trending audio on your video content or not? Please go to our Instagram. It's at Hey Orca, and you can go and vote on there. And while you're there, you might as well give us a follow as well.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Like again, like I said, the merch that you can win as a Hey Orca user as well. We actually have caps, which is really cool. None of us have the caps, so if you guys want to win one, go ahead and let us know what your favorite Hey Orca feature is. And if you want to join us next week, we'll be dressed normally this time, but you can go ahead and either scan the QR code or you can sign up through our link. Our next webinar is going to be to how to pitch your social media services. If you're a freelancer, this is the perfect webinar for you. If you know a freelancer, send it to your freelancer friend so they can also join and learn about it. And yeah, that's kind of like our intro. I'm going to switch over to Joe, and he's going to show us some really cool features on Hey Orca.
All right, awesome. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you can take me seriously in this Orca suit. But I wanted to take just 5 minutes just to show you some of the really cool stuff that we've released so far. If you want to check out our roadmap, I just link it over in the comment section right there. And you can also upvote features that you want to see for 2024. All right, so let me just share my screen and we'll get to it. Okay, I promise it's going to take 5 minutes, and I hope that you guys learn something from this and take your Hey Orca game to the next level. Okay, let me know if you're seeing my screen. Yes, okay, cool. Let me just put the webinar link on over the other side. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is Instagram Reels. So we actually release a few things around Instagram. First of all, you are able to tag people in Instagram Reels. So this is really great if you're collaborating with somebody. You'll be able to credit them or mention them, and you're able to tag the account just by clicking on the icon on the bottom left here on your reel. And then just like in Instagram, you're able to just tag the account. So let's say if I want to tag Joe, my personal account, I'll add user tag and then just place that tag right here. So when it's published, the video is going to go out, the Reels is going to go out, and it's going to automatically tag all of the users that you've tagged in the video. So again, you can do all these things in one place. The second thing I want to show you as well is if you have clients that are operating an e-commerce store, Hey Orca also allows you to tag products in Hey Orca. So this is available on images, carousels, as well as Reels. So over here, let me zoom out here. If you hover on your reel, you're able to see product right here, and you're able to click on it. and then go to your product tagging. So if you have your shop set up, which I don't have set up on my test account, but if you have your catalog set up, you're able to see all of your different catalogs and be able to tag that in your reel as well. So when it's going out, it's going to tag your the people that you've tagged, the accounts that you've tagged, and also the product that you want them to see. So people will be able to interact with your product and be able to purchase right from your Instagram feed. And all of that, you can do that all within Hey Orca. Okay. Now, the next one that I'd like to talk about is drag and drop. So drag and drop just launched in Hey Orca, and this is something that we're going to continue to invest. We think that everything should be drag and droppable, if that's a verb, because that's just going to cut out a lot of time around uploading media and images. So there are two ways currently that you can drag and drop. So the first way is just drag a file from your desktop and just drop it to any day that you like. So let's say if I want to drop it on the 15th, I just drop it, and then Hey Orca is just going to create the content, and you can drag as much as, I think, up to 10 posts, 10 media, sorry. And Hey Orca is just going to upload it, and then you can select the network that you want to create it for. This is a picture of St. John's, Newfoundland, where I'm based. It's beautiful. It's a very quaint town. And so again, that's just going to cut out 4 steps, right? You don't have to click the media. You can just drag it into the calendar. Another way that's coming up, this is going to be launched next week, is that you can drag it right into an empty post. So unless you have early access, and let us know if you want early access to this, you're able to drag it into an empty post. So right here, this is a target post that I want to drag it into. So I'll just pop it in there, and it's going to upload the image right into that post. So when I'm opening up this post later on, it's going to be the image right there. Okay, so drag and drop. And we have a lot of exciting plans around incorporating more drag and drops into Hey Orca. Again, this is all about helping you take back your day and get rid of all the clicks that you don't need to make. Right? Let us know if you want to see more drag and drop. And also, I'd love to know if you could have drag and drop in other parts of the application, where would it be? Because we're actually now actively accepting ideas. So this would be a really great time.
We do have one question here. Does the collaborator function work as well?
Ooh, okay. So collab feature is coming to Hey Orca very soon. I don't have an exact date yet. So short answer to you, not yet, but soon. So right now you can tag people, but the collab function is going to come soon because Instagram just released that API. And I believe Facebook Stories and Facebook Reels are coming soon. So I don't think I'm supposed to tell you guys this, but because you guys are on the webinar, you guys deserve to know that.
And then Kimber, that demo that Joe just did, it will be in the recording if you do want to reference back to it in the future.
Yes, I guess I'm on record on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
Okay, last thing that I want to show you, 2 things actually. Last 2 things. One is Instagram personal LinkedIn tagging is live now. So if you are on a LinkedIn page, you're able to search a user. So for example, I want to search myself, Joe. Oops, sorry. I'm able to do that and tag myself, right? So this is really great because LinkedIn, as we know, is a very personal platform. And the more you can tag personal profiles, the better. The only caveat here is that the person has to be following your page. That's just a restriction that LinkedIn has. And then you'll be able to tag them in your LinkedIn post. And the last thing I want to show you is just publishing notes. So publishing notes is a really good way to basically put any notes that you like to remember over in this section here. So this is one way to use these notes is putting your trending audio link over here, because that way you don't have to go searching for the different trending audios that you're supposed to use with the reel. You'll be able to put it there. The other way to use this is through Instagram stories. So let's say if you have a specific sticker or a poll question that you want to post, you can just put it right in the publishing notes, and you'll be able to reference it when it's time to go live. And we'll send the notes to you. We'll send the files to you. You get that in your mobile app, and it's a really easy way to actually record all of the things that you need to remember. I think that's 5 minutes. I might have gone over a little bit, But I hope you learned one thing or two that would take your HeyOrca game to the next level. If you wanted to check out HeyOrca, just sign up for a free trial. And we actually have no time limits. You can try as much as you want until you hit a 30 post limit. But until then, there's no 14-day trial. It's an unlimited trial, and you can try it out and see if it's the platform for you. All right, I'll pass it over to you, Alyssa.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I feel like we've released a lot of things recently. So thank you for that roundup. And Ashley and Robin, who joined a little late, we are in our Halloween costumes because last week we said we would do it and we stick to our words. So we are here in our Halloween costumes. All right, so I am going to share the roundup. So if this is your very first roundup webinar, every month at the very end of the month, we will take all of the social media updates and trending audio from that previous month and put it into a presentation because we know how hard it is to keep up with all of these updates. So we compile them for you. So you just have to look at one resource to kind of see everything that's happened that month. So this is the roundup, and I'll paste it in the chat as well. So feel free to make a copy of it. You can brand it. You can show your team, your clients, all of that. So you can follow along with me there. All right. So in today's roundup, we're going to be going over trending audio, a new update in Google Business, and then some updates from Instagram, Meta, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So a lot of updates to go over as usual. I feel like every month I'm like, wow, there's a lot of updates this month, but it's just normal at this point. But so for trending audio, I'm going to pass it over to Ketsia. If you're following along with the presentation, all of the audios from the past month is all linked here. So you can go through and watch them all. But Ketsia is actually going to take us through a couple now. So I will stop sharing there.
Yes. Oh, hi. Okay, my mic is working. I'm also sharing the link to our trending audio doc that gets updated every single week as well. So if you're looking for trending sounds, I curate them. So you can go ahead and just use this doc and look at the trending sounds as well. So we have a couple trends that are like really fun. I think that were really fun this month. I'm going to play the videos here. I hope you guys can see it. But I think we have all seen the degree trend where you basically talk about your degree and then make fun of what you can actually do with your degree. So I'm going to play it now.
You gotta make your own kind of music.
Okay, sorry, I'm like laughing while watching this. And then there was also like another trend that I thought was really funny on TikTok, which is "You're the problem," and it's basically you kind of deflecting the blame from yourself but putting it onto someone else. Here you go.
What we need to do now is get focused and stop pointing fingers. You're a problem. You're a real problem.
Let me know if any of you have used those trends this month. I would love to hear it.
And Ketsia
and then
did the degree one on our TikTok, and you should look at
Yes, the degree ones. If you want to go and check it out, you can go ahead. Also, this month we had Mean Girls Day. And so obviously we have like a Mean Girls trend. I think this sound in general was very popular.
You dirty little liar.
I'm sorry, I can explain.
Explain how you forgot to invite us to your party?
Janice, I cannot stop this car. I have a curfew.
You know.
There you go. So those were kind of the TikTok trends, and obviously there's way more. But we also have a couple Instagram Reels trend. And I think this one, the ankle trend, I don't know if anyone saw it, but it's basically you promoting your business by pretending to fall on your ankle, if that makes sense. But just watch the video, it will make sense. There you go. I don't know if anyone did it. I only saw it very rarely, but it was really, really popular for some reason, like that specific video. What else? Oh, delusion. So I think everyone has heard the sound of like, how did you get there? And it's like, oh, delusion. So I think it was, I don't remember which celebrity did the audio, but
And what gave you the confidence?
Delusion.
I think it was Renee Rapp, if anyone knows. And then obviously the last one is you having to debunk something within your industry. It's just a sound, but I think it's good. Also, I don't know if anyone hates when they put like read in caption as a CTA. I personally hate it, but it always works, so people continue. But yeah, those were the trending sounds. So I'm going to pass it over to Alyssa to take us through updates.
Awesome. Thanks, Ketsia. Everyone's loving all of the trends in the chat. And Laura mentioned, we actually talked about this commercial earlier, Ketsia and I, and our new Orca, Lyle, the Mean Girls Walmart commercial. And I thought that was pretty good. I loved it. If you haven't seen it, definitely look it up. Awesome. So we'll get right into the roundup because we have a lot of, oh, Lyle's here. Hi, Lyle. We have a lot of updates to go over. So the first one I thought I would mention is earlier this month, Google Business Profiles made it now available that you can add your social accounts to your Google Business Profiles. So if someone was looking up on Google Maps, maybe for restaurants near them, they could find your restaurant, but also then look at your Instagram or whatever social profile you have connected to your Google Business Profile. So I feel like that's super helpful for, stores and restaurants and different things like that, because then people can fully, check out your Instagram page and see if they want to, go to your business. So I do have the instructions on the screen here. So I'll pause for a moment if you want to screenshot these instructions, if you want to add your socials to your Google Business Profile. But yes, so this means that your social profiles will show up on Google Maps and in search. So that is pretty cool. I learned the Google, from our newsletter. Nice. Yes, this went out in our newsletter, I think, a couple weeks ago. I can't keep track, but it did go out. But yes, so that is a cool tip. But we'll now get into the Instagram updates. So Instagram is currently testing a nearby stories feed. So you can see it in the screenshot here. And this is a pretty large test. So you actually might see this on your account right now. You may be selected to be a part of that test group. So let me know in the chat if you see it. But the nearby feed will show you any stories from public Instagram accounts. So whether that be a personal user or a business profile, if they are in your close vicinity, you'll be able to see their stories in that nearby feed. So that's pretty cool. Just a test right now. So some may see it, some may not, but I'm sure this will be released probably in the next few months. And Instagram is also testing a verified only feed. So on Instagram, if you go to the drop down under Instagram, like it shows in this image here, you see that it says following, favorites, and now meta verified. And let me know in the chat if you look through the different types of feeds. Like, do you go to following or favorites? Because I feel like I never do. I honestly forget that it's there, which is interesting because I feel like we all wanted chronological order back. And that's how we can see it, but I just never go to it. So it's interesting that they're now adding a meta verified only feed. So this is just a test right now. So you may see it on your end, but thought that was an interesting update.
Sorry, Alyssa, I just have one question from Anne, but she was asking if it's possible also for like non-for-profit to add their Google accounts to with the new updates, like add their social medias to the Google accounts. I'm assuming yes, but I know that you know way more about it.
Yeah, I think that it also would work for nonprofits. I think, I don't think there would be any issue there. I have not tried it myself, but I don't think you would have an issue with it.
Thank you.
Awesome. And then, wow, I never use the other feeds. Yeah, I don't either. I just forget they're there. They're very hidden, so I forget about them. And this next one is an interesting update. In the past probably 2 months, Instagram has constantly been adding more features to the Notes feature, which is interesting because I feel like I don't see anyone ever using the Notes feature. Maybe it's I'm following the wrong people and they're just not using it, but I really don't see that many people using it. But let me know in the chat if you use it or if you see a lot of people using it. But the most recent update for it, you can now add selfie videos to your Notes. So a fun little update there if you do use Notes. Katya, we need to get rid of Notes. I agree. But maybe I just don't get it. I don't know. And the next one, Instagram reminder ads are now available for stories, which is kind of cool. So you may have seen as you're scrolling through your feed in this photo here, this is what the reminder ads look like for a post. So you'll be able to set a reminder, maybe it's for a sale or a concert or something that's being advertised. So now you'll be able to have this same format of an ad, but in your stories. And the last Instagram update, Instagram is testing out polls within comments. So this is interesting because I feel like polls are really popular in stories, and I think they work really well in stories, and I think I've seen them in Reels as well. So it'll be interesting to see them used in comments and if they'll be just as popular in the comments, or maybe they'll be used more through stories. So this will be really interesting to see once it has fully been rolled out. But yeah, I love polls as well. All right, so we'll get into Meta. So Meta saw how popular broadcast channels were for Instagram. So they're now bringing broadcast channels over to Facebook and Messenger. Let me know if you've created a broadcast channel, and if you have, do you enjoy it? I think we can't make them in Canada yet. So let me know if you're based somewhere else and you have been able to make one. But it seems to be going really well. I feel like I keep getting notifications about people creating broadcast channels. So we'll see how it does on Facebook and Messenger. And then this one's interesting. We definitely had a chat about this when we went over this in our Lunch and Learn, our Hey Orca Lunch and Learn this week. But let us know your thoughts in the chat about this. Meta is exploring charging $14 for an ad-free Facebook. So you could pay $14 a month and you get no ads on Facebook. Would you pay that? I feel like $14 is kind of crazy to ask for something like that. I also feel like I don't go on Facebook enough or scroll Facebook to really get my $14 worth.
And there's the catch, actually. It goes up to $20 after February, 20-ish, 20-something dollars. They're going to add $8, and it's more expensive. Meta has this weird thing where, yeah, $20 in 2024.
In this economy.
And Meta has this weird thing where you have to pay for both mobile and desktop.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper on web, but more expensive on mobile. So it's basically you're paying like $20-ish for this, which is, that's the catch there. It's like starting at 14, but they're already telling you that by Q2 next year, Q1 next year, by February next year, you're going to pay an additional $7.
That's
insane. That's like what? Like that's just for ads. Like they're literally getting paid so much for, I don't know. I just don't get it.
I don't get it. It's crazy. So I see a lot of people in the chat also would not pay. So yeah, this is a very interesting update. I'm really interested to see like once this is like fully out and it's been a little bit, I'd love to know how many people are actually paying this price because it's insane. And Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger are getting AI-powered stickers. So users will be able to create their own stickers with text prompts. So you can see 2 examples here in the photo. So that's kind of cool. Now we'll get into X or Twitter. It's still hard to say X. And another subscription update. So X experiments with charging new users $1. So this is a test going on currently in New Zealand and the Philippines. So pretty much if you are a new user, you have to pay $1 for the whole year. And if you don't pay the dollar, you are not able to post or interact with any other accounts. So, I mean, $1 is better than Meta's $14 to $20 a month, but still, I just feel like you shouldn't have to pay to post something. So it just feels like everyone's being greedy with all of these subscriptions.
But doesn't that like kind of go against what Elon stands for? Like, oh, everyone should have access to internet, and now
Yeah.
they're paywalling the Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Doesn't make sense. So it's just a test in New Zealand and the Philippines right now. We'll see how that goes. And if it goes well, I guess it could be coming everywhere else, but we will see. I think a lot of people, even though it is $1 for the year, I think a lot of people will be like, no, I'm good. I don't need to do that. And next, X removes all engagement counts. So you can see Elon talks about it in this screenshot of his tweet, but they're going to be removing all action buttons. And so pretty much the only thing you'll see is the view count. And if you want to see the engagement, you have to click into the post. Kind of an interesting update. I don't really understand this one, but that is coming. And then this one caused a lot of anger when this was released earlier this month, but X now has new link preview format. So if you see in this photo here, it no longer shows the title of the article. It just shows like in the corner really small what website it's coming from. And then it's just the photo really big. So I saw a lot of people angry about this because it really messes up different accessibility things, like if someone's using a screen reader, I think it messes that up. Also, it just kind of looks like a photo. It doesn't look like it's a link that you can go to. So I don't know. This is an interesting update. I've seen a lot of people aren't happy about this one. So we'll see if it stays this way. Maybe they'll revert back to it. I can picture them just staying with this because I feel like whatever Elon wants is what's going to stay there. But so yeah, a lot of people weren't happy about this one. Now we'll head to TikTok. So TikTok is testing 15-minute long uploads. So this is really interesting. I posted about this one on my LinkedIn a week or so ago. And there's a lot of really good different points that people made. So TikTok obviously started with like very short content, short videos. And I think there are still a lot of short videos there, but they do go up to 10 minutes at the moment. And I do find myself sometimes watching a full 10-minute long video, depending on what the video is about. I think the content of the video is very important to like hold people's attention the whole time. So if you're teaching someone something, or I even find like vlog style videos, sometimes I'll watch the full 10 minutes. So I can see 15 minutes working for some content, but I think it really, really depends what your video is on. Because I think when it hits 15 minutes, I think people do like to go to YouTube and just watch that longer form content. So 15-minute uploads are there now on TikTok. You may see it, may come across those long videos. So we'll see how that does. And now all TikTok videos will automatically have auto captions on it, which is awesome. So if you're making a lot of TikTok videos, you don't need to remember to turn this on anymore. It's just automatically going to be on. If for some reason you do not want that on your video, once it's posted, you can edit it and take it off. But I think it's always best to just leave it on the video because I think it's just good to have auto captions on everything. And I hate to say it, but this is another ad-free subscription update. So TikTok is also experimenting with an ad-free subscription. Theirs is $4.99 a month, and same sort of idea. You'll be able to enjoy TikTok without seeing any ads. I'm not really fazed by TikTok ads. I feel like some brands are really good at making TikTok ads that just feel like a normal video. So I don't even really care about watching the ads on TikTok, but if you really don't like them, you may soon be able to pay $4.99 a month and not watch them. And a few Threads updates. So for the past month, Threads has been releasing like pretty much new features every single week because they're really trying to get people back on the app and get that hype back again. So I'm not sure if it's really working yet, but some features that they've rolled out. So you can now use polls and GIFs on Threads. And then you can also tag Instagram profiles, which is pretty cool. And then this is a leak, but it was leaked on X this month. And this photo is just of code, and I don't understand it. But if you know code, you can probably read what this says. But essentially, this code is showing that Threads is working on a DM feature, which will be end-to-end encrypted with a self-vanishing option. So you may see messaging coming to Threads soon. And then this was earlier in October, so I think this might actually be out now, but Threads will have or has now trending topics. So you can see in this photo here, you can see what topics are trending, kind of similar to Twitter or X. And now we'll go to YouTube. So YouTube is adding visual cues to certain buttons. So this is kind of cool. In your video, if you say like and subscribe, when you say the word like or subscribe, the subscribe button will like light up and turn yellow and have like little stars around it to kind of prompt people to click it. So I thought that was a cool update. And YouTube is also expanding their partner program. So their partner program has been expanded to 24 more countries, which is nice. So this will create more monetization opportunities. And I think there was just one big LinkedIn update. So LinkedIn now has a feature called Top Job. So if you have a LinkedIn premium account, you're able to select 3 jobs per month. And when you select them with the top job feature, it will alert that recruiter that you've selected it as your top choice. So that's pretty cool. So if you're a LinkedIn premium user, you have access to this. And then we have a few other headlines from the month. So Spotify launches a hub for artists merch. And I've actually noticed this on my Spotify. It's like showing at the very top of an artist page. But since artists really don't make that much money off the actual streaming of the music, they're trying to add more ways they can make money through Spotify. So artists now have a merch hub. So they can upload t-shirts, CDs, whatever kind of merch they have, and you can purchase it right through Spotify. So that's pretty cool. I actually also noticed when I was listening to Spotify, there's a band that had like a banner at the top where you could donate to them, which I thought was interesting. So it's donate, it goes directly to that artist. So Spotify does not get that donation.
But like, I feel like Spotify is like $1 billion company. Like, just pay your artists.
I know.
But I think maybe like things that would be really cool is maybe if they got like early access to music and stuff like that, like artists could make more money. But also Spotify, pay your artists, please.
I know. They really deserve to make much more from their streaming. And then also if you're a WhatsApp user, and I just realized I spelled app wrong in WhatsApp, so I'll fix that. But WhatsApp, if you have, say you maybe manage a couple different WhatsApp communities or you have a few different WhatsApp accounts, you now can easily switch between accounts within the app. Because I think before you would have to log out and log in to all your separate ones. So now you can easily switch between, kind of like how you would on Instagram. And then Photoshop for the web is now available, and it has a bunch of very cool AI tools in there. So I have not tried it yet, but let me know if you've tried it in the chat. And then Spotify is also adding auto-generated transcripts for podcasts, which is pretty cool. And then if you have this presentation open, we do have a bunch of our latest Hey Orca features linked out here. So if you wanted to learn how to use them or check them out again, they're all linked here. And then our product roadmap is also linked within this page as well. But that is everything. Kind of a bigger roundup, but I feel like it was all good stuff. I always find usually as we hit near the end of the year, it kind of slows down a little bit with all the updates, but it doesn't really feel like it's slowing down. So maybe it will this month.
Yeah, X needs to slow down. That's for sure. Just need to stop giving us useless updates.
It's constant.
Yeah, I think like Scott made a really interesting comment saying like it's going to cost us like hundreds of dollars per year to go ad free on platforms, and I just think like not if like I'm a person of society, but like I think going ad free is not my priority. Maybe like groceries, having a roof over my head, all those other things are definitely more of a priority than going ad free on Facebook or TikTok or like any other platform. So I don't know. If you want to, obviously go for it, but I don't think it's like a priority for sure.
I completely agree. I feel like I'd maybe slowly just stop using the app instead of actually paying to just not see ads. I feel like it would just make me stop using it, which I feel like that's probably going to happen. Like people will just get frustrated and not use it.
Exactly.
And Devin says, how do we view these slides? So I just sent it again in the chat. So that's the slide deck I just went through. So you can save that, make a copy of it, brand it, whatever you want to do. So that's cool. But I know we have a few minutes left, so we can do our giveaways.
And Emily says, this is the first one I've attended. Might be a struggle to convince nonprofit to make a switch, but I think Hey Orca will really help us. If you don't know, Hey Orca supports nonprofits. So you actually, if you give the team the 501c, you actually get 25% off your bill. So I think like Hey Orca, we always try to make Hey Orca as accessible, as affordable, because we do believe that, no matter your industry, you deserve the tools to get it done. And so check us out, talk to one of our orcas, and they'll be able to help you out, Emily.
Awesome. All right, so I'm about to check the Instagram poll. So if I'm going to give you a couple of seconds. If you haven't voted yet, head to our Instagram at Hey Orca and vote on our poll. I'm going to be randomly selecting someone from here, and then we will do our Hey Orca customer giveaway after. So I have the poll open. And the way I choose the winner, I just don't look and I scroll my finger through. So we'll see who I'm picking today. So the winner is Kimber. Oh, and my time limit just came up, my screen time limit on my Instagram. And I just ignored it, even though I shouldn't. But Kimber Pritchard is the winner today. So Kimber, you're our Instagram winner. I saw you there in the chat, so I know you're here. So I'll be contacting you after this, and I'll be giving you your points, and you can head over to our merch store. You can save them up or you can spend it, whatever you want. And then I have the Hey Orca names all listed here. So I am going to do a random generator now. And our Hey Orca customer winner is Emma Dressler. Emma Dressler, you're our winner today. So I'll also be messaging you after this, and we'll make sure to get you your merch store points so you can redeem them or save them up. You can do whatever you want with them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming today. And I hope this wasn't information overload, but hopefully you feel like you're on top of all the news now.
Yeah. And thanks for bearing with us with our costumes. So we have fun, and hope you did too. And maybe we'll do an ugly Christmas one.
Yes. I think we should.
I
Our
really
last
like
webinar of the year, we'll do ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good. Awesome. All right. Well, we can let you guys go, but I hope you had fun in our webinar, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
All right. See you
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.